Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your author Mark inviting you for another interesting internet YouTube discussion. Today's title of this video will be "The End of the American Dream." And yes, in this particular video, I am going to discuss what is going on between the United States and Iran at this point. But I will not discuss this issue from a political point of view, but purely economic. Now, we know that the our the United States economic debt is about 38 point 38 trillion dollars and some change. Okay, but however, this this debt was piled over the years. You know, it did not come out of nowhere. Let's put it that way. The second thing is what happened in 2008 financial crisis was never truly fixed. What they did was they they papered over, they just papered over everything, in my opinion, and they did not they did not truly fix the problem, because until you really reduce the the United States debt, you cannot fix the the economic economic problems that the United States is experiencing right now. Now, now there now according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, just a minute. Make sure I get this correctly. Let me get this correctly, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't want to. What is the unemployment rate in the United States?
The unemployment rate in the United States was 4.3% in March of 2026, a slight decrease from the previous month. There were 7.2 million people unemployed, and the broader unemployment rate for underemployed workers was 8.0%. This may vary depending on
ladies and gentlemen. According to my research, our unemployment rate in America is 4.3%. Okay. However, this might be a little bit misleading, because, ladies and gentlemen, what you have to understand is how does, in order to understand this a little bit deeper, is this 4.3%. The way that the Bureau of Labor Statistics calculates the unemployment rate in America is, those people who are actively searching for work are included in this number. But there are some people who have actually given up jobs, given up the job searches, so they're not truly counted. Now, because now this unemployment, this our debt crisis, our unemployment rate, etc., etc., and then we have to add what we call inflation to this particular discussion. When we add inflation at this point, I mean, that's going to go high, and the reason that our inflation is going to go higher and higher at this point is because of the events that are happening in Iran and the Strait of Hormuz. let's put Strait of Hormuz, Strait of Hormuz, whatever. And and you may think that um, that whatever happens in Iran doesn't really affect you. Yes, it will, because, ladies and gentlemen, you noticed that the gas prices are already high. Our food is on on a way to get. It's going to be even higher. You know, and but a lot of people say, oh, more, but they say, oh, we'll be okay because we have the food stamps program and other safety nets. Now, I'm going to say something about the safety net program. Yes, we still have the safety nets such as food stamps, such as other so-called public assistance. But what you have to realize is that those public assistance programs, ladies and gentlemen, were never designed to deal with this type of economic shock. Now, what is going on between the United States and Iran, in my opinion, it will definitely contribute to the downfall of our economy here in America, ladies and gentlemen. Because what is going on at at this point, uh, what's going on between the United States and Iran, it's it's obviously unsustainable because because I mean the although like I said, we experienced the 2008 recession, we experienced a lot of economic shock, and what I will predict from the empirical data that I can gather, ladies and gentlemen, I will say, I will predict on uh, on this particular video, um, is that we will experience a recession. But what I'm going to tell you right now is that this recession will not only affect America, ladies and gentlemen, but it will be a global economic recession. And I mean, look, I understand that that some of you may think that you have to be some sort of math geniuses, ladies and gentlemen. But on this particular in this particular case, you don't, because all you have to do is understand simple simple math. So um, I hope that I gave you some decent things to think about and ponder on what's next. And like I said, I will not discuss politics on this channel. But what this discussion was all about was about pure it was about pure economics of this situation, and because of the events that are happening in Iran and at the Strait of Hormuz over there, um, what's happening in Iran right now, this will not be a good economic thing for America, because you think that your inflation and your food prices are high now. You just wait. Um, and then just you got your, and then you also will have to worry about exports and imports, because to be honest with you, we do import a lot of stuff from from different places, and the import of vegetables and other things will definitely cost us more. So on top of all the trouble with Iran or economic problems, all that, it's going to be, we will definitely be experiencing a what I will predict on this channel. Like I said, I will predict that our country will have to go into recession. Now, this is not good or not bad. It's just it's that's how economy works. There is there has to be a sort of recession or crash or whatever in order to actually clean out the economic system and start all over again. So I hope that you enjoyed this particular video, and I will see you in my next one.